All right, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wonderful people, Ndomane Gemonti all over the world. Wherever you're joining us from today, you're highly welcome to this wonderful YouTube platform that gives you quality news and information as it happen for Biafran territory. Do not forget to subscribe to this channel if you've not yet subscribed, and make sure you turn on your notification because we will be notifying you whenever we drop our spanking news. Now let us go straight up to the news today, because there are so many issues happening in Enugu State. Do not forget that the Biafran Republic government in exile gave a stern warning about some incidents in Enugu State. So if you are a Biafran in the homeland living in Enugu State, you actually need to be careful. And you know the funniest thing? The Prime Minister Simon Ekpa warned, because he will always warn because of collateral damage. But most problem I think we have with our people is that, some Biafrans are just doubters. Naturally, they are doubters. It's just their issue is just the same thing of in the Israel. You understand the point? If you notice, the people of Israel were always doubters. They always doubted everything, and that was why God got angry with them at some point. Yes, I'm giving you Sunday Bible study. For those of you who did not go to church today, you are on and Let's Talk TV and want to give you small Sunday Bible study. Yes, those people that doubted those Israelites that doubted, that was why they kept on wandering for over 40 years in the wilderness. Let me tell you the truth, they kept on wandering within the same circuit of wilderness. They were just going around, circumlocuting round, without any without any useful useful steps. So that was just like walking in vain, and God did it purposely for 40 years until they learned the hard way. So most times, because I see Biafrans as Israelites, Biafrans doubt a lot. They doubt a lot. Where even when they are seeing things working well, they keep on doubting. They keep on living in fear, of the unknown. For example, the Prime Minister Simon Ekpa is doing the needful, yet they are still scared. They are still doubting. So that is justice. So the Prime Minister Simon Ekpa Njoko has actually warned every Biafran living in Enugu State, because he said, if you're living within the terrorist army location, you should make sure you vacate that area as quickly as possible, because the Biafra Liberation Army will be hitting some spores in Biafra in Enugu State. And do not forget that the Biafra Liberation Army are only concerned in defending his people. It's as simple as that. Take it or leave it. But before we go into today's news, let me give you a brief prophecy from the major prophet of God, as he calls himself. But the truth is that, for the fact that even the Prime Minister Simon Ekpa Njoko actually shared videos of this man on his S handle, means that he is doing the right thing. Yeah, he is. Baba, they try. So without wasting much of your time, let us go straight up into that video, and we'll go further to listen from the Prime Minister Simon Ekpa Njoko himself. Enjoy.
The people of the southeast and also Nnamdi Kanu is going to be completely released. It's going to be completely released. This was one of the major reasons I said there's going to be celebration, and there's going to be rejoicing, and there's going to be dancing in the southeast. This is the major reason. Nnamdi Kanu is going to be released, and this release will come like a shock to everybody, and people will be like, oh, this is what is long awaited. Oh, it has finally come to pass. People are going to celebrate this, and people are going to do everything possible to celebrate this. But we must continue to pray. Continue to pray. So we should not be tired. When things like this are coming up to happen, we should not be tired. We should be praying, and we should be standing in the gap that this very thing should lead to permanent peace. This should not lead to what's called coerce. This should not lead to what's called confusion. This should not lead to what's called versus. But this should lead to what's called permanent peace. This should not lead to what's called fractions, and this should not lead to what's called disagreement. This should not lead to what's called jeopardy. This is something that should lead to permanent peace, and let the peace be maintained, especially in the southeast. Major prophet of God is a prophet of the whole world. I'm a prophet of the whole world. I'm not a prophet of sided prophet. I'm the prophet that only can see Nigeria, cannot see Africa. I see Nigeria, I see Africa, and I see the world in general. We must continue to pray, for that prayer is very, very paramount, because release of Nnamdi Kanu is come to a point. Don't forget when I told you, I said from the month of October and November and December, I told you this month something is going to happen, and it's going to be what's called a release of Nnamdi Kanu. And this is what we pray, that it should bring permanent peace and solution to what's called insecurity in the southeast and also some other parts of the country. We must pray that God should let that peace, permanent peace, to return everywhere, so it can bring more glory to God, and also give the people what's called peace, so that people of the southeast can have peace once and for all. So it's not a crime to pray. We must continue to pray and lift, especially all the people in the country, lift them up in prayers, because prayer is the key that opens closed doors. Prayer is a key that God can use to set free, to liberate, to give freedom, and to do everything that prayer can do. We pray the prayer 24 hours 7, and we should not be tired of praying, because I've seen a lot of people are tired of prayer. When they pray, they give up. When they pray, they turn their back. Do not be among the people that pray and give up. Don't give up. There's a God in heaven, the most powerful God, and God will do what He and He alone is capable of doing. You are worthy of my praise today. You are worthy of my praise today. Alpha, Omega. You are worthy of my praise today. You are worthy of my praise today. You are worthy of my praise today. Alpha and Omega, you are worthy of my praises today. You are worthy of my praises today. Oh, Alpha, I said Omega, you are worthy of my praises today. You are worthy of my praises today. Glory to God, excellent Jehovah, our God, you are good all the time. I said, Alpha and Omega, you are worthy of my praises today. You are worthy of.
I appreciate you for what you are doing. Thank you so much. I can say this is what I really feeling it. And also to those elites who are working for Biafra, who are from Biafran extract, and they cannot say that they are not seeing what has happened. But we thank you for what you're doing. So my question is very short and simple. So just as we are preparing the exodus now to get into Biafra, can Biafrans start registering their business under the government?
Yes, we are working on that. We are working on the registration of business. As a matter of fact, this issue has been discussed with our international attorney, and so we are working on that. Everything is going to be put in place. So yes, we are working on that, and that's why we said that very soon those collecting taxes for Nigeria will be on the run. We can't allow you to do that in Biafra land very soon. So it is a step-by-step thing. So yes, we are going to start that issuing, and that I think after the second December 2nd restoration, we will start activate the tax collection in Biafra land and the registration of businesses. Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much, my PM. And may Chukwu Kabima continue to bless you. Thank you.
Thank you. Rachel and Fury, are you ready?
Yes, I am ready, sir. Can I be heard now?
Yes, we can hear you. Over to you, sir.
Okay, all right. Thank you very much, my Honorable Minister of Information. It's a privilege. To my Prime Minister, the Biafra Egrara, Agbada Brururu, the Itiare Kondo, the Biafra Idudu to Nigeria. Idudu means fear to Nigeria. Sir, we're really humble. We thank you for the great work you are doing for us. We salute you for everything that you are doing. But before I will ask my small question, let me simply say you are the Egrara of a Biafra. This is how I would say. What no wara does me Biafra Bele Nigeria na.
Thank you for everybody in this space. PM, I want to ask you if it's is there anyhow we can Biafra government can create online banking just like Visa and level.
Hold on, because this has already been taken care of. Where are you? PM, please address him with Biafran Bank.
Yeah, we have yes, of course. No, his question is actually valid. We have the crypto, the Biafra coin, but then we are going to unveil the Biafra Bank, the exact thing you are looking for, where you can, online banking is on the way. So now I think that is coming. The team working on that. It will be done, alongside with the convention. So keep your finger crossed. The Biafra online banking is coming. Is going to be live. I think immediately after the restoration, after the declaration. So yes, your question is different from the Biafra coin. So this is a Biafra complete bank, online banking, where you can have your debit card. You can use debit card and buy anything anywhere in the world. So Biafra Bank is coming live after the declaration. Thank you.
Thank you, PM.
You have another question, Master Okonkwo?
Actually, I don't have. That is.
As a matter of fact, we are working on the license and so just let it be that like that. We're working on the license already.
Okay, thank you, PM.
Thank you.
All right, we go to Biafra Champion Buffalo. Over to you. Biafra Champion Buffalo.
Yes, I am here. Good evening to you all. Good evening to my Honorable Prime Minister. Agujimbada Ucheze, one of Biafra land. I hope I'm audible.
Yes, we
First
can
of
hear
all,
you.
all right. Let me first, before my question, if I am permitted, I want to encourage our Prime Minister with this very song. Ezobatobie, Ezamulo no bijide kwa kahiji. Ezobatobie, Ezamụlụ n'obi jidekwa aka iji n'ụmụ Biafra na-ekwu na ọ dị anyị mma Dragon jidekwa aka iji maka na ndị ile ekwelugo nọ na-eme na ndị ama ekwelugo nọ na-eme ndị ilo Biafra ekwelugo nọ na-eme British abatu ekwelugo nọ na-eme Amede ekwelugo nọ na-eme
Men in America and doing wonders all over the world. And the restoration date for the declaration of Biafra has been fixed for 2nd December. This is not time you should be asking, are you still sure you're not going to fall back by the wayside? No. What you should be thinking of is what can you give to him to finish the job? So please, I want Biafrans to be acting as people that have been following this liberation to this very time. not as people that are just coming in. Chinemerem, over to you, please.
Thank you so much, Minister of Honorable Minister of Media and Communication. Thank you, our Prime Minister. I humble myself before you. Thank you so much for the great things you are doing. Pastor Van, I did not forget you, sir. I greet the house, I greet everybody, the listeners and honorables are in the house. Prime Minister, you said something this evening about if Ojuhu have, or if Biafrans have trust people that that maybe that is representing them in U.S. as of 1970 when the war was 1967 when the war was ongoing. If they have people, Biafra could have come today. So it made me to remember one of our Twitter guy that I'm not seeing now. His name is the first shall be the last. He made a comment when we are having some kind of discussion earlier last year. Was that last year? So he said that that maybe God knows something that God doesn't want Biafra to come as of that time, because if Biafra could have come that time, maybe Biafra could have been one of these corrupt countries of Africa. What do you say about this, my Prime Minister?
I don't understand your question. What is the question about?
Yeah, the question is, do you think that if Biafra have come since 1967 or 1970, could it be one of these corrupt African countries that we have today, or will we be? Are we going to be different if we have existed Nigeria as of that year?
Well, I believe that God knows the best. It was not the right time for Biafra to come. Biafra needed to know the importance of freedom. By that time, I don't think many people knows the importance of freedom. I don't know whether anybody knows what Ojukwu saw, which was the reason for the betrayal. Even today, it is happening, but at least the majority of Biafra and the entire world have come to understand the need for Biafra to stand as a nation. So that time, a lot of people don't know the importance of freedom, but today they know. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Prime Minister. Thank you so much. I read the mic.
All right, thank you. We go to Obiora. Obiora Otu, over to you.
Hello, good evening, everyone. My honorable PM, I just want to use this opportunity to say that I appreciate what you're doing, and that you're doing a very, very good job, because you're working through the ambit of law, and the battle suits you because you're so knowledgeable about what you're doing. Because I have to say the truth, I was skeptical sometime towards last year about it because of the preceding incident that occurred, people who came on board and didn't go through it through the legal means and the ambit of law as stipulated in the UN Charter and things like that. But you went through it, and you actually had a strategy, because that's the most important thing. If you want to succeed at anything you do in life, you must have a strategy, a structured strategy where you're going to work on. So, and I've been following, listening, watching what's going on, and there is one thing that resonated with me so much about this whole thing, because there is this famous quote that says that truth passes through three phases. The first phase of truth is that it is being ridiculed. It will be ridiculed. The second one is it will be violently opposed, and the third one it is accepted as being self-evident. You know, um, the struggle started many years ago, which we all know that Ojukwu sowed the seed. But the way they went about it at that time was really wrong, because the laws were there or are still there on how to go about things that you want if you want to visit nation. Countries have visited nations. People have led the struggle. Wars has been fought violently, and no peaceful means to attain their freedom, because I feel it's either freedom or death comes to this. So, but what I'm saying is that what I want to say now is this: I just want everything that you are going to be doing, and everybody that's going to be working with you, people, that must be based on one thing. It must be based on the principles of truth. It must be based on truth. Mind you, and you have to be forewarned. And I want to put it as a reminder to you as well, that you have to be forewarned. There are enemies within. You might probably not be conquered from outside. You might probably be conquered from inside. And if everything that you're going to be doing is built on nothing but truth, and everybody around you understand that it is either truth or you are out. If you're not in the boat to tell the truth, because I feel that the birth of Biafra is going to be a new civilization. It's going to be a birth of a new civilization. You know, because if at the end of the day, after all this fight, after all this struggle, after all these things we are doing, and we descend to the level of the state or the countries around us, which we are trying to, because for me, I think we're going to be a whole new example to what Africa, to what is possible in Africa. That should be the vision. So everybody that is on board, home or abroad, who is going to be part of the government, both in homeland and in exile, or who is going to be having a function or a responsibility to carry out, everything must be on truth. And for you to attain freedom, and for you to be successful, you have to be ruthless. You have to be ruthless. What I mean by being ruthless is this: whoever is not on the boat with you have to be thrown into the sea. But you have to be open and let people know this is what we are going to. This is what we are going to, so that everybody will know that yes, we are fighting. It's either we burn our boat and get where we're going to, or we perish there. So we're going to fight to the last. So what I'm trying to say, in essence, is this: I want to commend you wholeheartedly for what you're doing, because it's not an easy task. You've dedicated yourself to this, and I also want to implore you that you ensure that you are being guided by the truth and nothing but the truth, because God in his infinite mercy will always protect you when he sees that you are being guided by the truth. And that truth, what I mean is for the interest and the protection of the people that you are fighting for. This is not about you. This is not about you. So the people that you are fighting for must see the reason why, must see the reason to always back and support you, to know that you are fighting for their cause. Because if there is some kind of the level of secrecy, and people begin to doubt or question, what he's doing, because there is a whole lot of propaganda mess, whatever it is going on. He's cashing out with people. He's cashing out with the stupid folks. I know that people will come up with different things, but I just want to encourage you, and I also want to forewarn you to be aware of people you surround yourself with, and to also be guided by the truth and nothing by the truth in anything you're going to do. Because at the end of the day, we are going to be example of what's possible. And given your level of exposure and where you've been and things like that, you know that we can achieve what we see in Europe. What we see in Europe, where we are, we can achieve that in the homeland, and even better, because we've got the resources. We're intelligent people. We're entrepreneurial in nature. We're hardworking people. God has blessed us with everything that we need. So what the question now is, what are we going to do with what we have, or what God has blessed us with? So I want to encourage you to be guided by the truth. Select people who are ready to work for the people, and then God will guide us and protect us, and hopefully we'll get to where we want to go
Pastor
to.
Obi,
Thank
allow the
you.
PM to respond to your talk. You have said so many things.
Yes, I want you to understand that those shouting about cashing out is what they have done in the Biafra struggle. I want you to look at where we started and where we are. These are people that were sitting in millions of dollars. There is no gun. There is no anything anywhere. It was just go out of the street, kill police, collect their gun. Nothing. Everybody know it. But we don't, the more that, the reason they are doing these things is so that we'll come and start talking. Everybody knows, if you have followed this struggle, you know what has happened in the past. But I'm not here for that. So those people that are shouting those nonsense are the people that were actually using the Biafra as a career. Today we have weapons, sophisticated weapons, and we have men. And we still need more. It is never enough. Even Ukraine is still looking for money to buy weapons. So our own is that with the little we have, we'll continue to buy and buy and buy to defend until we have our freedom and we have recognition. And then we'll continue to build our security and our military and our defense system. So defense is something that takes a lot of money. And of course, what they're trying to do is if somebody like me doesn't have iron skin, for example, they will do just like I've done every other person. They think that with that, I'm going to run and start hiding. I'm going to leave Biafra alone and Biafra struggle and they run away because, oh, they're attacking me, they are calling me names and all that. No. I knew that is going to be what they would do. And I was prepared. I came prepared. That's why if you are a woman, you come to leave your house and your husband and don't come to attack Sabanekba, I will give it to you. I don't look that you are a woman because if you come to attack me, it means your womanhood has been removed. I would just treat you like every other person. If you want to be gentle and respect yourself, I will respect you. This is a struggle that have taken human lives. I don't know whether you understand that. So anybody can say anything. It's not my business. What we are doing is in the public. There is nothing to hide. I don't hide anything except some agreement with notable people and government that I don't need to make public. But those who want me to make whatever we are dealing with them public, I make it public. This is a struggle for freedom, for Christ's sake. There is nothing to hide. We are not doing the thing that we say, oh, if I say it now, you go and block it. If you block it, it means that it never meant to work in the first place. So everything we are doing today is in the public. The only thing that is not in the public is something that has to do with security of our people, and of course, something that has to do with international security and contact. Then it's not going to be public. But anything that has to do with this Biafra, how to get Biafra, how to defend our land, it is in the public. We're not hiding it. So you judge by yourself. So anybody coming to say Samonekpa be open or Samonekpa, the person is not telling himself or herself truth. What open do you want me to be? You want me to tell you how I sleep and snore in my bed? Before you know I'm telling you the truth. I don't. If that's what you're expecting, my brother, you wait till that can come. But anything that has to do with this Biafra, you are going to have it. It is in the public domain. So you can judge if you have followed this particular space from the beginning, you can judge from what other people have done in the past and what we are doing today. And then you can be the judge. From that, if you are convinced, you join. If you don't convince, we'll wait for you somewhere where we'll use tax. We'll use taxation to barb your hair. Thank you for not supporting BF.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
PM.
Mm-hmm.
PM.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know we have at least best air defense system than Iran?
They don't have idea.
Israel went to Iran and came back with testimony. And Nigeria will come to us and, and they go back with the lamentation.
They don't have idea. They don't have idea of that. They don't have idea.
All right, we go to Veteran Dragon.
Good evening.
Two.
Yeah. Thank you, my Honorable Minister of Information, Mazi Akbarawa, Honorable Akbarawa. Thank you so much. And the Deputy Minister, Raphael, I salute you. I salute all the ministers on space. My Prime Minister, Honorable Prime Minister, I salute you. I stand in attention and I salute you in the military way. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I didn't listen to your opening speech, so I will go back later to listen to what you said. There is something I want to mention. I've never shivered or worried or bothered either during the Civil War or now, but there was a time I really shivered in this struggle, and I want to mention it. That was when you said you were looking for 20 million votes. The thing really bothered me. I said, where are we going to get 20 million votes? I said, why didn't you ask for, since we were trying to match 4 million, why didn't you ask for 7 million, 8 million? You asked for 20 million votes. Hey, that thing really pushed me. I was very, very uncomfortable. But alas, at the end, we are having over 50 million votes mandating you to go on and give us Biafra. 50 million votes. You really surprised me. You really surprised me. And I want to sing a song, which is a familiar song you've been singing. Let me just.
My next question is, um, I believe that Israel is a friend to NATO, right? And Nigeria is also a friend to NATO. Then we are fighting a war against a NATO country. I think Biafra should either do the opposite, like forming up with other parties.
Are you asking a question or you are making a suggestion? Which one?
Okay, it's also a question and a suggestion. I'm just saying my mind. I'm just being clear. Like the thing has been bothering me for a long, which is I'm also interested in everything that you're doing. I've been following you. I've been doing everything. I've been following the history. So I just want to know, and I'm also putting out the suggestion. That
All right, your suggestion have been noted.
okay.
Is there another thing you want to say?
No, nothing much. It's just this.
Because you didn't ask question.
Okay, no problem. Nothing. I'm done.
All right, thank you very much.
Thank you, Tosin. We go to the next speaker. We go to Comrade.
Sorry, Minister,
Yes, sir.
Minister. Let's correct this impression. They will now say it happened in our space. Please, Nigeria is not a member of a NATO nation. Neither Nigeria is a member of a BRICS nation. So
Minister Success. Minister Success.
Nigeria is
I didn't
neither both
even
of this.
I didn't even want
And
to fuel anything from what this guy was
you should not make a mistake. We are ever vigilant. We know what happened to us in 67, 70, where Egypt and Russia, we are the helping hand Nigeria has in bombing our people. We cannot afford to make such mistakes again. So we are very, very vigilant. And according to the Prime Minister, follow him up. But Nigeria is not a NATO nation, neither a BRICS nation. Thank you.
Thank you, Minister Success. Since you have decided to puncture the tire, I didn't want to respond to this guy because when he said he's of 22, and then he has been following up everything and this and that, and then the only question you wanted to hear or to ask is because you saw Biafra Defense Forces coming out with Biafra flag, and what Nigeria have told you, why should they carry Israel flag? But you did not come to ask, why did the Northern youth wave Russia flag? It is that of Biafra and Israel that they tell you, go and be looking for why they should come and ask. So we have to move on because at times when we expatiate on many things, we give credence to the enemies of Biafra. So, Comrade Udeka Emmanuel, over to you.
Thank you very much, my Prime Minister. Thank you very much, Minister for Information. My Prime Minister, God will bless you. God will bless you. You are the true disciple of Martin Nnamdi Kanu. I don't care what the Chinchi and the some people are saying about you. You are blessed. And God will continue to bless and protect you for us. You say,
Yeah.
I want to also thank God for the life of those who are paying the ultimate price, those who men on ground who are loyal to you, who are listening to you. God will continue to bless and protect them in Jesus' name. My
Your network don't take light, oh. Comrade Emmanuel, your network don't take light, oh. We can't hear you anymore. All right, we go to the next speaker. When you return, you can take the mic again. Mr. Editor. Mr. Editor, over to you. Mr. Editor, are you there? Mr. Editor is not ready. We go to Ochukwuchi Nedum. Ochuku Chinedum. Not
Yeah.
ready?
Hello. Good evening.
Okay. They will write on, sir.
Yeah. Good evening, sir. Yeah. Good evening, Prime Minister. Good evening, all the ministers on the space. Please, I just have one question to ask, please. And I just want to thank our PM for protecting our land, for safeguarding everybody. We can have a lot of testimonies in different places. And also, we're happy that what our PM is doing. I just have one question because I've been hearing from a lot of people. They have been saying that they will not vote at all, and also I told them, I said if you don't vote, there's still a consequences you will encounter very soon. They said there will nothing go happen. As I was saying, okay, I'm going to ask PM if for all these people that did not vote and their name is not on our database. After December 2nd, what will be their fate? Thank you.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear
Yeah,
you, sir.
everybody must not vote. You don't force people to vote. We don't need their vote. So those who don't want to vote don't need to vote. The majority, they say, carry that. What are we going to do with one person vote, even if they are 20, when we have already over 50 million votes? We don't need everybody. So everybody must not vote. Thank you.
PM, I thought you were going to remind them that the drug lord president of Nigeria did not need everybody vote to become president of Nigeria.
That is even going too much. I don't have time to explain this kind of thing. So everybody must not vote. You can help me to elaborate more.
Ochuku, your drug lord, your drug lord president did not need the vote of the Biafran people to become the president of Nigeria. And when the amalgamation of what Nigeria was done, they did not need the consent of our fathers to bring us all together against our will. And as you hear of the elections of America that is coming, it is not everybody that will vote, but the election will still come to an end and the winner will be announced. So in Biafra, every man carries their own vote, and everyone have not agreed with Nnamdi Kanu from the beginning, not with the Prime Minister, and not even to the very last day that everybody will agree. So we must continue, one man, one vote, and the important thing is that the over 50 million has already endorsed what we needed. Mr. Editor, are you ready?
Prime Minister.
Yes.
Prime Minister.
Yes.
Prime Minister.
Yes.
Please, I'm calling attention on this news. It's very, very important. The news of terrorists taking over Nigeria military base. I mean, not base, training camp, and displaced 23 communities. Hear this. They call indigenous people of Biafra terrorists, and you see some Efulefus bought from obedient group to attack you, calling you a terrorist. You have to ask them or elaborate on this. Is there any community in Biafra land that is not inhabitable now? That is not inhabitable, that is controlled by terrorists. But here is 23, not villages, so 23 communities that surrounds the training depot of Nigerian army being controlled by terrorists. So this is what, and we're in a space and people are journalists, international people are listening. We need to educate these people because this one idiot that is attacking you now has also started attacking Nnamdi Kanu now. I saw his post now. So these are the people. This is what they want to achieve, to be able to enable their political wing or whatever they call it. So is there any community in Biafra land that is not inhabitable right now? But as I'm talking now, 23 communities around Katangura has been displaced.
Well, my happiness is that at least they announced this one, right? Because not all of them they announced now. So I commend the media, Zoom media. They are stepping up their game. at least for reporting about this. So it's a very good start. As a matter of fact, one thing is that I don't normally delve into trying to debunk this and debunk that. I don't care about what they say about me or, like I've always said, I don't care whatever they say about me today. I am only interested in what they will say in the next 10 years, 5 years to come. That's all. I'm not interested in whatever they say today doesn't move me. They can call me anything. So I don't care what they say. So they can say anything, and I don't care. So the thing is that Biafra land is safe. That is my only business is to make sure that our women and children are not getting killed like they are killing them in the north and the middle belt. That's all. So whatever they call me is their business. The truth is there. One thing about this whole thing is that no matter how no matter whatever you do, the truth is always there. The truth will always be there, for everybody to see. So I don't care what they say about me. That's the fact. There.
Thank you, PM. Thank you. Mr. Editor, are you there? Are you ready? Equity, are you ready?
Yeah,
Equity.
yeah, hey, Simon, are they here? Alpha. Um, so Simon, how you doing? Good to everybody. I think this is my second time engaging you. The last time I engaged you, I asked you some questions at was it on Twitch space? I don't know if you remember. Can you hear me?
So, Mr. Oga, you are talking to the Prime Minister of the Biafra Republic government in exile. They talk, how are you? How far? How far?
How are
You
you?
know
How
who
are
they
you
talk.
doing? How are you doing? Is he a bad question?
Bros, with the respect our Prime Minister, we know they say, how are you? How far? All those kind of jokes.
Hey,
I beg.
Raphael,
I beg, I beg you.
Raphael, don't make it look like I'm insulting him. I've talked to him before. It's not my first time speaking to him. And the last time we spoke, asked him questions,
Equity, go
and he
straight to your
responded to me.
question. Go straight to your question, Equity, please.
All right, thank you, Simon. Yeah, I think my question is this. I know the last time I spoke to him, he assured me on how the Biafran Republic will take place December 2nd. And he also assured me that everything will take place. I asked him some question about the current governors, and he told me that everybody will be wiped off and the new government will take place. So I think one question I'm really I've been looking forward to ask him. I didn't ask him that the last time. I just want to know if he can tell me, what states, because there's a rumor that people are saying, oh, Simon Ekpa is not an Igbo man, Simon Ekpa is not from the Middle East, and I keep telling them it can't be.
So this is the only question you came to
Please
ask.
allow him.
Hey, unmute yourself. What state is my prime minister? Unmute yourself, Equity.